Hello everyone, my name is Brian and this is Dark Age. As we navigate through the twists and turns of life, there's always that nagging thought in the back of our minds, what if everything goes haywire? When the unimaginable happens, our tranquil neighborhoods can transform into landscapes of uncertainty. In those moments, people's true colors tend to emerge, and some might unveil their hidden talents as resourceful looters. In this video, we'll try to uncover some early telltale signs that suggest your neighbor might channel their inner looter as soon as chaos reigns supreme. While we can't predict human behavior with complete certainty, it never hurts to have a pinch of skepticism when it comes to those living next door. With a keen eye for psychological quirks, social dynamics, and peculiar behaviors, we'll navigate through the uncharted waters of pre-apocalyptic etiquette. By exploring these signs, we can equip ourselves with the knowledge needed to distinguish the potential looters from the neighborhood watch heroes when push comes to shove. So fasten your seatbelts, lock your doors, but not too tight, and let's embark on this adventure to understand what may drive our neighbors to tap into their inner scavenger mode when the world throws a curveball our way. Remember, when SHTF, a little wit might just be the key to safeguarding your sanity and protecting our Twinkies from falling into the wrong hands. Neighbors with loose morals. The fascinating realm of loose morals. While the act of looting may not necessarily be reserved for seasoned criminals or those with a prolific thieving history, it does require us to delve into the depths of societal ethics and question the moral fiber of our fellow individuals. You see, my discerning friend, there exists a segment within our society whose moral compass can best be described as questionable at best. These are the very individuals who may not engage in the audacious act of robbing a bank, but conveniently forget to scan those luxurious items at the self-checkout. They perceive their crimes as victimless, perpetrated by ordinary people rather than criminal masterminds. Oh, how familiar we are with these characters. They revel in cheating on their taxes, sneaking into movies without purchasing a ticket, illicitly accessing cable or streaming services, and indulging in a litany of other transgressions that, while not landing them in jail, are still frowned upon by the majority of law-abiding citizens. Now, my astute observer, let us be clear, loose morals alone do not guarantee future looting endeavors. However, they serve as a flickering warning sign that should ignite a spark of caution within you. For in times of upheaval, those with a predisposition for bending the rules may be tempted to tip the scales even further and partake in acts of looting. In this intricate tapestry of human behavior where shades of morality intertwine, it's essential to keep a watchful eye on those whose ethics may be more fluid than steadfast. While we strive to foster a compassionate and understanding society, we must also remain vigilant and aware of the potential for individuals to succumb to their baser inclinations. The "I'll just steal what I need" neighbor. We have all come across individuals who, when confronted with discussions of prepping, nonchalantly utter phrases like, "I'll simply help myself," or "I have a trusty firearm, I'll acquire what I desire." Now, granted, not all of these declarations should be taken at face value, but one must adopt a cautious gaze when dealing with such individuals. Those who boast an abundance of firearms and tactical gear but display a noticeable absence of essential provisions like food, water, or medical supplies, coupled with an audacious attitude of entitlement, should indeed raise suspicion in the post-SHTF world. If your neighbor, armed to the teeth, demonstrates an unnerving fascination with your tactical prowess and an insatiable curiosity about your arsenal, my wise comrade, it would be prudent to guard your knowledge with utmost care. Keep your cards close to your chest, for in a landscape fraught with uncertainty, withholding information becomes a shield of defense. Remember, dear observer, intentions may not always align with actions, but the presence of such individuals within your proximity warrants heightened vigilance. When survival becomes the paramount objective, those who boast of taking what they need without regard for the consequences pose a potential threat to the safety and resources of those around them. Neighbors with previous or current criminal activity. The age-old adage rings true. Once a thief, always a thief. This saying has persisted throughout the ages for a very good reason, my discerning friend. If you happen to find yourself in the vicinity of a neighbor who currently engages in or has a history of thievery, it would be prudent to maintain a vigilant watch over their actions in the aftermath of a disaster or SHTF scenario. Now, let us not jump to conclusions. Merely possessing a thieving past does not instantly classify someone as an imminent threat to our supplies and gear. However, it does raise a cautionary flag indicating that they possess an ingrained propensity to revert back to such behavior more readily than the average individual. Consider this: those who have stolen from innocent souls in the past have already navigated the treacherous moral hurdles associated with looting. Consequently, their conscience may be less burdened when it comes to resorting to theft once again. It's as if they've honed their skills in the dark art of pilfering, making it all the more effortless for them to slip back into their old ways. While we must always strive to see the good in people, it is also crucial to recognize that past behaviors can serve as a telling indicator of future actions. In a world teetering on the edge of chaos, knowledge is power, and the wise keep their guard up against the lurking shadows of previous or ongoing criminal activity. Neighbors who have a substance addiction. Those who are enslaved by the grips of addiction warrant particular vigilance, especially individuals who regularly indulge in substances but adamantly deny the existence of any problem. In their world, the lines blur between reality and denial, as addiction tightly clutches their very being. Many may not even realize the extent of their predicament, trapped within a cycle they're unwilling or unable to break free from. Oh, the complexities of addiction. Remember, dear observer, the all-encompassing power of addiction knows no bounds. An addict, driven by the insatiable craving of their substance of choice, may resort to unimaginable measures to satisfy their relentless hunger. They may betray trust, exploit relationships, and, yes, even betray their own kin for the next fix or drink. It is imperative, my wise comrade, to remain cautious in the presence of individuals grappling with substance addiction. While not every addict will succumb to looting in a post-SHTF scenario, the desperate pursuit of their substance of choice can lead them down treacherous paths. Individuals with a substance addiction exhibit behaviors that seem unfathomable to unburdened mind. Neighbors who are deeply interested in your preps. Beware, my fellow prepper, for when news spreads that you are a diligent prepper, you are bound to encounter a curious character who displays an avid interest in your preps. Yet, it's intriguing how their fascination is coupled with a conspicuous lack of action on their part to prepare themselves. Now, let me make it clear that not everyone who shares an interest in your well-stocked arsenal of supplies intends to become a looter in the wake of an SHTF scenario. However, one must exercise caution when dealing with those who display a keen curiosity but make no strides toward their own preparedness. Behind that seemingly innocent inquiry lies the possibility of darker intentions. They may be meticulously assessing the extent of your provisions, their calculating minds already devising plans to forcibly seize them once the chaos ensues. Furthermore, they might be probing to uncover the whereabouts of your hidden cache, like a treasure hunter seeking the ultimate prize. But hold on, dear prepper, the plot thickens. Even those who venture into the realm of preparedness themselves, albeit half-heartedly, may cast their longing gazes upon their meager stockpiles and be tempted to take from yours to bolster their own provisions. The audacity of it all. Neighbors who are unprepared. Once the societal safety nets are removed, panic will set in, especially when the unprepared amongst us realize that there is no help coming and they are on their own. When these people look to the prepared families around them, they will inevitably consider stealing from them to ensure their survival. Desperation is a powerful driving force, and if your neighbors are looking at empty cupboards and starving children, they'll also start looking at you as a solution to their problems. This will be especially true if you adopt a policy of not sharing your supplies with the unprepared. One red flag to watch out for is the people who say they'll come to your place after an SHTF situation. Anyone who assumes that you will open your home to them also has a high probability of being a looter post-SHTF. Take heed, my discerning companion, for now is the opportune time to acquaint yourself with those who exhibit the traits mentioned above. Forge connections with your neighbors, assess their character, and utilize the criteria provided to discern those who may warrant closer observation. Neighbors who are lazy and/or entitled. Yes, lazy and entitled people possess a knack for disguising their helplessness and ignorance, hoping to garner sympathy and assistance. Seems we find ourselves surrounded by such individuals more often than we'd like to admit, but fear not, for vigilance shall be our guiding light. These individuals, driven by a sense of entitlement, believe they're deserving of being taken care of without exerting any effort of their own. They may shroud themselves in an aura of helplessness, projecting an image of incompetence to sway the hearts of others. But we see through their facade, don't we? Now let us be clear, laziness and entitlement do not automatically categorize one as a potential looter in a post-SHTF scenario. However, they serve as cautionary flags, signaling a mindset that places the burden of responsibility on others while reaping the awards without contribution. As a prepared individual, it's incumbent upon you to remain vigilant, for part of your readiness lies in anticipating potential looters who may seek to plunder your supplies. This necessitates a keen understanding of your neighbors and their inclinations. Neighbors who are always late on their rent. Perpetually struggling to meet their financial objections finds themselves teetering on the brink of desperation. Their constant delays in rent payment signal an underlying state of vulnerability, my discerning friend. Now, let us not label them as mere mopes, for their predicament stems from the mounting pressures and circumstances that have forced them into this corner. It's important to recognize that when individuals find themselves backed against the proverbial wall, they're more likely to take action driven by necessity rather than choice. Their ongoing struggle to meet rent deadlines serves as a harbinger of their precarious position. It's a glimpse into the challenges they face and the hurdles they must overcome to navigate the complexities of their financial obligations. It is crucial to approach these individuals with empathy and understanding, for their inability to meet rent payments may be a symptom of a larger predicament. As they inch closer to the desperation phase, the likelihood of them taking drastic measures increases, as they may feel compelled to act in order to secure their survival. And that wraps it up for today. If you found this video helpful, share it with your friends, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and click on the little notification bell too for more valuable content. Until next time, thanks, and God bless.